Hey everybody, Patriarch Sloth here. Today I want to talk about why I made the switch from Xbox to PC and what my experience has been like so far. So before I get started, let me just kind of talk about how I've been gaming over the last several years. That way you guys can kind of just see where I'm coming from and take that background with it while you hear kind of what my experience is like. So I'm about 29 right now, and I started gaming when I was maybe, 6 or 7. My parents got their first PC at home. I started playing a bunch of PC games. I stayed on PC for years up until about Xbox came out. I mean, I played Nintendo 64 and everything, but for the most part, I was a PC gamer as a kid until Xbox came out. Now, ever since then, stuck on Xbox, no desire to go back to PC. I always thought Xbox was really the best way to go because all my friends had it. It was super easy. It just hooked up to your TV. Everybody had it, everyone had the same thing. No one had to worry about, my buddy can't run, this game or that, or it keeps locking up on him because his system just can't handle it. Everyone had the exact same thing. It was easy to go to your buddy's house, just bring the game. Everyone sit down, split screen, everything like that. So ever since Xbox came out, I think it's been, like 16 years or so that I've been on Xbox, other than going to work and doing schoolwork. So after playing for these last 16, 17 years, I've been thinking about switching back to PC for the last couple of years. And I want to talk about kind of like the biggest fears that I had and kind of what my experience has been ever since actually making the switch. So for me, the biggest thing was transitioning from the controller to the mouse and keyboard. Now, like I said, I've been on PC for years, so I've got a ton of muscle memory built up for the Xbox controller. So playing Battlefield, like everything that you guys are seeing in the background right now, super easy to do. Almost every game, the top of the leaderboards and stuff, it's really easy just to kind of log into a game, feel good, crush some people. You have bad games every now and then, but for the most part, pretty dead solid. So my biggest fear of switching from console to PC was, what's the transition going to be like? Is it going to just be months and months of dealing with crap like this? Now, so far, yes, I'm still dealing with doing terrible on mouse and keyboard. Now, I don't think I really did myself any favors. The very first game that I bought once I switched back over to PC was Escape from Tarkov, which is, in my mind, very in-depth and kind of control heavy. So I didn't do myself any favors there. However, I'm still loving it. It's still a blast. I am getting my butt kicked, but I've been playing now for maybe 6-8 weeks since I built my computer, and it honestly has not been that bad. I'm not great. I'm nowhere near as good as I've been on console, but it's definitely bearable, and I still have just a complete blast on PC getting my ass kicked compared to console. The other fear that I had was cost, right? Consoles are $500 now, and a PC, in my mind, was going to cost a pretty big chunk of change. Now, a lot of this is all up to you, right? You can choose to spend an insane amount of money. You can choose to spend very little money, but the reality is most people already have a PC at home. So it's really easy just to kind of upgrade that a little bit. I didn't, so I had to basically go from scratch to having a gaming PC. I could have gone cheaper, but I chose to kind of spend a little bit more money. I spent, I think, maybe about $1,200 on it. And I built it all myself. So that's totally a choice to you guys. I know some people think build or buy. I don't think it really makes a difference. I just like building things. I like knowing how they're put together, how they work, so that when things break or it needs to be upgraded, I know how to do it. It's just more of my thing, but I know that nowadays buying a PC that's pre-built, you can basically get the same thing for very little more, sometimes even cheaper than building it yourself. but totally up to you guys. Do whatever you want. I honestly don't think it makes that big of a difference to build or buy, but my brother already had a PC that was from 2000, I think 11, and he upgraded his to be able to be not quite on par, but definitely playable for maybe about $400. And I would say actually, yeah, about $400 at most. And he's right on par with me, able to play in every single game so far. So if you have a PC at home, it is not much more expensive than just buying a console to upgrade it and make it playable. And honestly, if you think about it, at least in my mind, the way that I always rationalize the cost of stuff like this is, I personally, I don't go out, I don't drink, I just kind of work, and then I come home and hang out with my family. So when I do game, you know, I'm playing several hours, maybe on a Friday night, 6-7 hours, and I do that maybe once a week. So 52 weeks in a year over 6 hours, I'm playing 300 plus hours for maybe $1,000. I've got buddies who go out, they spend 2-3 hours at a bar, they spend a couple $100 in a night. I'm saving way more money. The bang for buck is way higher. So in my mind, it's definitely worth the investment. And like I said, you don't really have to invest all that much, but it's totally up to you. The next thing you need to think about too is not only are you going to be spending, you know, some money maybe to upgrade your PC that you already have at home, or buying and building one, or just buying a pre-built one, but whatever it may be, the money that you're putting into it is going to go a lot further, not just in the hours that you use it, but your PC, you know, your power supply can last much longer than your Xbox might last. A lot of the components will probably hold up a lot longer than the generations of a console. But in addition, the utility of it is so much more. You can't edit videos on your you can't edit videos on your Xbox. You can't work from home on your Xbox. Your Xbox is dedicated just to gaming. Your PC can do anything that you need it to do. So in my mind, the money invested in either a console versus a PC is significantly better put to use if you buy a PC instead. So just to sum it up, about 8 to 9 weeks in my transition from console, Xbox to PC. My transition from controller to mouse and keyboard has not been as bad as I thought it would. Cost, honestly not that bad considering how much use it's going to get, but again, I chose to go a little bit more. And the build buy thing, totally up to you. The utility of my PC though has been fantastic compared to an Xbox. I've had some stuff going on with our family lately, and had to work from home a few days, which would not have been possible if I hadn't actually gotten lucky enough to have built the PC in the last 8-9 weeks. So it was perfect timing. The PC has so much more utility than the Xbox. I don't regret it at all. If any of you guys are like me, I contemplated making the switch for several years before I finally actually pulled the trigger on it. If any of you guys are out there thinking about doing it too, I would honestly just say, just do it. Just go buy the PC, build it, buy it, whatever you want to do, upgrade the one you have at home. Just do it. You're not going to regret it. If you've been thinking about it as long as I have, by the time you get on, you get it set up, you're gonna love it. It's so much better. The games are cheaper, the games are better, they play better, they're smoother, they look better. And like I said, if you're a little bit older like me, if you're like 29, you've got a job, working from home, that ability is just fantastic to be able to do that should you ever need to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. Let me know what you guys think. Put your comments down below. Hit subscribe if you liked it. I'll be trying to upload videos once every week, so keep an eye out for the next one.